Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Tashana, the hostess with the mostest. Let's get into this. I went to a concert, so what I originally was supposed to, first we were supposed to go over chromium, and then we were going to do manganese, but we'll get to that. So we basically missed the recording for yesterday because I wanted to go to a concert. I'm gonna get penalized for not putting the message out. That's on me, my fault, my mismanagement of time, because I definitely could have done it yesterday before I left, before I did anything, right? But I do want to say now is the time to start springing forward into like new ventures, new ideas, new things. Start putting your plans and ideas in motion. Start getting around people that you know can help you. If you have bad history with a person, but you two are divinely connected, meaning you have no control over it, now is the time to start looking at those relationships and looking at how they affect your life and how to make them work for you. And the creator wanted me to say this: getting up under a person to get over a person is not therapeutic. It's not healing. You are doing yourself a disservice from monkey barn, from relationship to relationship. It's okay to spend time with yourself, a considerable amount of weeks, right? Don't have to be 52, right? But it could be more than 4, it could be more than 8, it could be more than 12, right? So you have to learn that a lot of the things you desire are waiting for you, but there's a pruning and a prepping stage before you are to enjoy. And if you have successfully gone through the things that the creator wants you to experience beforehand, then you are well on your way. Everybody has their own timing. Everybody has their own journey. No one has the same exact situation or story. I'm outside, so forgive me if you hear like any noise or anything like that. The overall idea here is to make sure that what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing. You don't want to be doing things that have absolutely nothing to do with the places, the people, the things, right? That should be involving you. I never want to be the person that is gonna like lead you wrong or give you wrong information or tell you something that's just not making sense, right? However, if you're not vibrated on a certain frequency, I'm not gonna make sense. It is my duty to put the message out for people who are experiencing the ascension now and later, and may have experienced some of these things in the past, but just didn't have a good idea of what was going on. A lot of people in this Western culture, Western society, will call, the use of your spiritual gifts, the acknowledgement of your spiritual gifts, the expression, right, of having this relationship with the creator and the universe and your angels and your ancestors, as being psychotic, neurotic, impulsive, and disruptive to the space and like the common or public space, right? So it's really important for you to have a general understanding of spirituality, in order for you to like tune in. God is never going to allow you to be in a space or a situation that has nothing to do with your calling, some type of karma, right? That needs to be cleared up before you step into this new season. Like whatever you want to look at as a way for you to grow, as a way for you to develop your family, as a way for you to develop your bloodline, right? And the generations. When I say family, I mean generations, your household, and everyone that is living, right? But when I say generation, like living, they're coming and you're going to experience life with them in this dimension, okay? That's different from the bloodline, because the bloodline goes back many generations. So this is like the people before you and the people that are coming after, right? We talked about that. So it's good to have a relationship with people who understand your plight, right? You don't want to surround yourself with people who are going to look at you like a psycho, or like you're super spiritual or super religious, right? This is why your vibe attracts your tribe. You have to be willing to allow the Creator to give you everything that is required for you to flourish. And a lot of the times, the things that are required, it's people. We talked about this, right? So I just want to make sure we understand the things that are required. Let's make sure we get that down. And everybody has their own journey, right? So you're going to have a different toolkit. Your toolbox is different from mine. But God is what put all of it together, right? God is what put everything in there. God is what allowed these things to happen. God is the reason why everything is what it is. From all of the different galaxies to all of the little ants crawling around on the ground and everything in between. It's God's world, right? And you're either gonna roll or get rolled over. The choice is yours. Now, I wanted to make sure, because this conversation was actually supposed to take place for another segment. I really did want to record for the periodic table, just so we could get through it, so we could really start learning. Because once we get through the transition metals, we're going to back up and kind of focus on the different periods and groups. I was actually studying the chart, waiting for, the performers to come out. So I sat there for a good maybe 15-20 minutes just observing some things, and we'll get around to it. I just wanted to state that it's important, because these elements and minerals are essential to life, right? They're going to be able to help us live in our fleshly selves, and they're going to be able to help us survive in the environment when shit hit the fan. Like, that's what this is about. It's about spiritual warfare, the unseen, okay? Anything that you would consider unseen, taboo, crazy, out of the ordinary, we're probably gonna touch on it if we haven't already, okay? You don't have to agree. You don't have to stick around for, the nonsense. But yes, it is quite necessary to have a relationship with people who are spiritual. And not everyone is going to be a soulmate for the journey, right? Sometimes they're just people that the Creator put in I like to use the analogy as like the tree, the branches, the roots, and the leaves. But sometimes the leaves are the people that get the roots to be more grounded, that get the branches to be a little bit more sturdy and more reliable to the tree, right? Sometimes those weak links, they allow you to see things in yourself and them that allow you to set a particular standard as to what is allowed in your space, what you are willing to work for and on, and just like what makes sense all together, like overall. Okay, this isn't a race. It isn't about hey, like I've been visiting the 6D and I'm gonna beat you to the 8th. This is not a race, okay? It's a marathon. We know that. It's not a competition. We are not to be fighting with one another about spirituality. If you are having healthy debates about, religious sacred texts and, what spiritual laws really are and how we are to practice them and, the differences in our perspective and perception as it pertains to the 5D and above, that's totally different. But when you have to start disrespecting and demeaning another group, telling the truth is not the same as disrespecting. It's just sometimes the truth is offensive to people, so they will feel disrespected even though they shouldn't, because it's the truth, right? The truth should never get anyone so upset to the point that they feel they have been disrespected. That's pretty much that. But yeah, I really don't even feel like this needed to be like a full segment, because yeah, just know that. And oh yeah, this is what God was saying to say. He said, this is how emotional women are, right? And he used this example. Men are gay simply because they are attracted to other men. When a woman turns gay, other than like reasons for her actually being gay from childhood, it's usually stemmed or related to some form of trauma. And most of the time, it's because you've gotten your heart broken, you've been molested, you've been picked on. It's multiple different things, right? And men go through the same thing, but they don't turn to the same sex as a possible companion because of those things, right? Not openly anyway. And we need to start having conversations about that as well. Making people understand that their sexual appetite and desires are not to be made fun of. You should not be ashamed of them. Of course, men have this crazy ego that will not even allow them to say, yeah, I'm attracted to men. At least if they have these big egos, right? The average man will not. But, we've had the discussion of creating the safe space for our male counterparts to feel comfortable opening up to us emotionally, sexually, no matter how out of order the dynamics of these things may be, right? Your job is to listen, understand, not even regurgitate, not reiterate anything. You don't have to have a rebuttal. Your job is to simply be non-judgmental and quiet and just be open to whatever this man is expressing to you when it comes to his hidden emotions, his hidden thoughts, his hidden beliefs and ideas, right? If a man is opening up to you and he feels comfortable, that is a sign, okay? That is a sign that you definitely make him feel comfortable. So don't ruin that, okay? But yeah, I enjoyed the show. It was a really nice show. But I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I do love y'all. I hope all is well. I hope y'all are drinking your water, eating your fruit and vegetables, and sipping on your own tea because it's free. Look out for another recording for later on today, because this is basically just a replacement for yesterday. Alright? Love y'all. Peace.